started, Rima.
Great, I just did it.
All right. Awesome.
Lovely.
Okay.
So let's start. We'd like to at least be on time, and we actually want to be mindful of your time as well. So my name is Rima. I am the founder and CEO of Ardy Marketing. What we do is we help organizations, whether small, medium, or large, with their marketing needs. Some of the things that we do provide is marketing strategy, reputation marketing, video marketing, and so on. So anything that will actually aim for the business to grow, we are able to help and advise you, and then hope to execute it as well. So yes, thank you very much and welcome, Eunice.
Hi, everybody. My name is Eunice Nyandat. I'm the founder of My Biz Marketer. We help startups with go-to-market strategy. Happy to have you all here where we're going to talk about aligning sales and marketing. And this was supposed to happen last month. So, and notice the attendance is a bit low. We had a lot of people signed up for it last month due to technical difficulties and other things that happened with life. We could not have it. So we're doing it now. So we thank you for your patience, and let's take it away, Rima.
Great, thanks, Eunice. So, here we are today. We're talking about sales and marketing. I think it's important, first of all, just to, just from over here, to find out, I mean, what do you think sales is? What do you think marketing is? And do you think sales and marketing is the same thing? Please feel free to put that on the chat or unmute yourself and, sort of say what you think about it. What do you think sales is? What do you think marketing is? And do you think sales and marketing is the same thing?
I'm liking the answer so far.
Yeah, Rita's saying marketing, getting interest, sales, closing the deal. Absolutely. Absolutely, Rita. Also feel free to, sort of introduce yourself here on the chat as well. Great. Warimu, Amir, okay, there we go. They go hand in hand, both follows each other. That's true.
Yep.
Like that. All right. I think you're pretty much in line or in alignment as well. Alignment, the word. So we want to go ahead and talk about what sales and marketing is. We are in no way explaining each discipline as in depth, but we want to give you the gist of it so that you as a business, whether you're in a startup space or a medium space or a large space,
Hi, Rima, are you there? I think we've lost Rima's audio. Can you hear Rima at all, everybody, or am I the only one who's lost her?
Can everyone hear me?
I can hear you, Terry. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. I'll take it away from where Rima was talking about sales and marketing discipline, and we'll wait for her to come back in. So we are just scratching the surface of what sales and marketing is. We're not going into a deep dive about everything in the discipline of sales and marketing. We just want you to get an understanding where the differences are so that you're able to take something away from this and be able to use it to help you grow your businesses or make you use it at your wherever you work and to make a difference and advance your businesses as best as you can. So, excuse me, sales and marketing are sisters and do support each other as your answers, as you gave in the answers, and they work in hand. And for the company to grow, you do need for those to partner and work as a cohesive team. So what is marketing? Marketing helps lead a customer's perception towards your products and services. So what the marketing team does is your company has developed product and services, is help the customer articulate what you guys are selling. So somebody said they're going into the tea business, and if they're going to make some special tea or are going to sell what's already in the market, how they differentiate themselves from the other tea products in the market is the marketing is going to help them use the language. You're going to help come up with the messaging and the imagery that differentiates them in the marketplace. And then, what sales then does is when they go into face-to-face conversations with the customer, is remove the constraints that customers have about that tea and say to the customer, oh, so you've seen other teas, yes, but let me tell you why our tea is special. If you're saying our tea is expensive, I'll tell you why there's more value in our tea. So the salespeople remove some of the constraints, some of the objections that our customers may have on about the products that you've put out there. Rima, are you back?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
Awesome. Yes, I can hear you now. All right, take it away.
Great.
Next slide.
Go to the next slide. Yeah.
Yes.
So as you can see, everyone has actually mentioned there's a bit of a difference between sales and marketing, as much as they work together. But we're going to deep dive a little bit more into it. So next one. All right. So maybe perhaps, you can either unmute yourself, or you can tell us again what you think for the people, at least the new people who've actually joined in, perhaps also because we've had some more responses. But what do you think sales is? I know we want to keep defining this so people understand what the two differences are, because that actually helps now to get to the next part. So we've got, let me see who the new people are. Let's see, Plessis Agency or Bentu Lillian, welcome. Right, I know, yeah, thank you, Rita, for rewriting your response. Sales is leads, connecting, and then closing the deal. Excellent, I like that. All right, feel free to keep putting it on the chat as well. Eunice, I can't see your video, so I don't know whether you had tried to put it on.
Yes, I have. The problem is because of the way Canva is set up, it blocks my video to use it for the presentation. I might have to switch out the presentation to my other profile. Just give me a minute.
Oh, that's fine. All right, no problem. Maybe you can go to the next slide while you do that.
Go for it.
Thank you. So sales is involved in offering an exchange for something of value, right? So you want to give something. So this is where the transactional part sort of comes in as well, right? So we want to, like I said, we're trying to simplify or summarize about marketing and sales. And so, for example, marketing can explain the value, but the sales offers that benefit or value in exchange for that money. So sales brings in the info. I mean, there's a lot of things that sales does, but one of the things that they do is really brings back information directly from the customer. And then it helps to increase the brand awareness. It helps to bring lead generation process to now a completion, right? So the lead generation that is created by the marketing team is then now converted into an actual sale as well. Doesn't mean that sales doesn't also create leads. They do. Sales does create leads, but a lot of times marketing is the one that actually brings in those leads a lot of times to for sales to actually convert them then and close the deal like Rita has mentioned.
Just a minute while I switch screens.
All right, Sawa. All right, so when Eunice comes back in, she'll be able to share the screen on what sales is in the pie chart, which is relationship building, partnerships, creating solutions, and transactions. So sales are very solution oriented as well, which is a very important aspect of sales.
Let me know if you can see the screen.
Not yet.
All right, let me try again. All right, share screen. This one, share that.
Yes.
And now,
yes, yes.
all right.
So
And I'll just have to advance the slides.
go to number 8. Next one. Yeah, this one here.
Okay.
All right, go ahead, Eunice.
All right. So sales has types of sales. So there's transactional, relationship, and transaction, relationship, solutions, and partnership. So I'll give you an example of partnerships. So M-Pesa agent is a partnership type relationship. So insurance agents. So when you set up an insurance company that you try and sell Jubilee insurance or reinsurance, all those different types of insurance, you're a channel partner of all the different types of insurances. So you're selling those services as an independent agent of the different types of insurance. So you're a partner. Relationships is where you have create a relationship with the different types of services that different types of companies that you have to resell services with, so that you now take that. Those people will only come and work with you to buy that product or service. And consultative services, which is a type of service, you help deliver a solution to a consumer or a customer, and you are helping them put together a solution that works for them, and you're providing. So you sit down with that customer and you put together a solution that works for them, and then they proceed to purchase. So at that, you as a salesperson works with that customer to put together a product that works for them. So a salesperson really is instrumental, and you train to work in any part of this triangle, to be transactional, which could be at the brick and mortar, at the retail front, like the person you talk to at the pharmacy, or at the partnership level, like the folks that will call you and say, hey, we work with Google, or we can help you set up your Google workspace, or we work with Microsoft, we can help you get Office 365, those kind of people. Or I'm the M-Pesa agent, I've set up M-Pesa or Airtel or whatever, or all three of them at my kiosk, and you can come and buy those services. Oh, you're on mute, Rima.
Thanks, Eunice. So here's actually what the process of sales looks like, right? So initially, you've got the prospects coming in. You help them prepare to get them more information. You prepare, for example, by doing some research around that particular client, for example, right? Are they your target audience? Whether it's B2B or B2C, which is B2B meaning business to business, B2C meaning business to consumer or business to end user. So you do a little bit of research and then figure out, for example, in preparation, what would they need, right? So you get an idea. Then you, of course, approach them, you set up a meeting, then you do a presentation around what the product and service is, addressing objectives. This is a really big aspect of sales. Any objections basically are customers' biases, customers' perceptions, and customers' preferences. So this aspect of sales is very important to like make sure that you're prepared for it. So for example, Eunice had mentioned earlier, client comes in and says, listen, I love this house, but I don't like the color for it, you know? And so of course, that's an objection that the client has. So of course, I mean, overcoming objection could be, listen, you can change the colors when you come in, or you can change the layout when you come in, and so on. So there are different ways of actually doing it, or reminding people of the value, or even like, for example, look, this package doesn't work, so go for the smaller package of whatever that is that you're, you know, going for. So helping the client to make a decision, that's an important aspect of the sales process. Once that objection is coming off, then of course, asking for the order. Closing the sale means that you ask them, okay, so when do we sign up? Should we start signing up right now? And so on. So of course, that's also a very important aspect. If you, again, don't ask, then you will stay at that space and then you will not move forward into the transaction aspect of it. And of course, follow-up means that, okay, so when do we start? Where, you know, the small little bits and pieces that we need to go in. And if it doesn't close, then again, follow-ups are very important. So for example, client says, look, I'm not ready right now. I'm ready in a week or a month or whatever. So then you're helping to follow up until the close is done, or that it's just not the right lead for you, right?
Yep. Right. So sales also has funnels. So marketing has done their thing and they have sent the message, they've communicated, they've advertised, they've promoted, they've done all the work to get the customers aware and understanding what your products are. The sales folks now have to do their bit of awareness. They have to convince you that this is not where the customer's buying. This is where the salesperson is convincing the customer to take that money out of the wallet and buy. So they're trying to show you that that money you're spending is worth the, you know, exchanging for the product, so that then you're now completely interested in buying. Your interest is locked and you make that decision, and the action is now making the transaction. So salespeople will take the lead that the marketing has given to the salespeople. So as marketers, when you come to us and say, oh, we've got no sales, you know, the volume is down, what are we going to do? Can you help us get more leads, help us get more sales? So we'll do our best to do promotions, advertising, and all that good stuff, and say, hey, here are the leads. Now your job is to now follow up with those leads. Now, as a business owner, or as the salespeople, to follow up with those leads, you call them up, you email, set up meetings, and all that good stuff. When you do that, is now going to say, hey, we notice you are interested. Now you connect with them, with those customers. You connect with them and make them more aware of the products. You're making them aware of the product is saying, I know, for example, if you are a car salesperson and you're saying, you know you're looking to buy a car, you're looking to buy a Benz or you're looking to buy a BMW, and you can't make up your mind. For example, I'm a die-hard Benz person. Convince me to buy a BMW. Tell me the difference. Why would I buy a BMW? Make me aware of the differences between a Beamer and a Benz. I might not know that the speed, or the differences of a BMW just because of my biases as my conscious, my perception of that of a Benz. I grew up knowing Benz it said, hey, you've arrived, you've made it. This tells the world you made it. I don't know about Beamers. So the salesperson now convinces me, oh my goodness, I had no idea, right? So now my objections to BMWs comes withering down and I may be open and receptive and I'm interested, and maybe my decisions will be, hey, maybe it's time I paid some interest and may make a decision to buy that BMW, where normally I would have bought the Benz. Same thing applies to even everyday goods. One cooking oil versus another. You've always bought Eliento because that's what your mom bought. So that's a conscious bias. You've always bought Eliento because that's what your household bought. So think about all those conscious bias our customers have, because that's what's always been in your household. That's what you thought that's what you're supposed to have. We're trying to break those down, convince our customers that there are better options, there are better goods, there are better value, all that good stuff. Right?
Absolutely, absolutely, Eunice. Biases are there. We just need to figure out how to educate and see what other preferences are, and see how we can help them to actually make that decision to buy something, of course, that they need and they like as well, right?
Yes. So remembering that salespeople face the customer, marketing people don't. So salespeople have to face the customer and to convince the customer.
I like that. I like that. So of course, salespeople will focus on a particular segment of people, right?
Yeah.
So how does a segment come about? So now this is where marketing comes in. So marketing helps to create those buyer personas or target audience like personas. Yeah. And then once that's done, then the salespeople now can help to use that particular segment. So I'll give an example of a segment very quickly. For example, you've got somebody who's selling fertilizer to farmers, right? Maybe the main objective here or the segment here is to the farmers who are growing maize, or the farmers who are growing tea, like for example, Wairimo is going to do tea. So then, you want to like focus on those particular people and not anybody else. And then another way of looking at a segment is, for example, I want to look at small scale farmers, and then not just small scale farmers, but in a particular region, for example, Western and so on. So this is how to keep segmenting the people that you want to focus on. And so that that's where the sales is really coming in, and that's where you focus on, right? Okay, so exciting times. Let's go into marketing. So again, I'm going to pose that question. What do you think marketing is?
Tell us in the chat. I know by now you should know the answer.
What attempt? Don't worry about it.
Come on, people. You all get an A, I promise.
Great. Or you can just unmute. If you don't want to write, you can always unmute yourself and then tell us as well. Want to make it as interactive as possible. So, also please feel free to ask your questions and, put something on your chat as well. We're here to be interactive. Plessis Agency, why don't you tell us, what is marketing?
And I think we answered it a few slides back.
No? People feeling shy?
Yeah.
Good. That's fine.
All
Please
right.
feel free again, like I said, put it on the chat. Okay, so marketing. So marketing, of course, is a process of creating and communicating and delivering, exchanging value for your customers, right? What you want to do, again, like we mentioned, we identify those customer segments. We identify, like who are your target audiences. Where Rimo says promoting a product as marketing, that's great. That is one aspect of marketing. That's one aspect of marketing. Okay, and we'll show you how that works. So marketing identifies those target audiences. This is important, of course, for sales, because then sales then realize who's selling, who they're selling to. Yeah. So marketing helps with guiding the messaging, the copy, the graphics, branding, we communicate to the target audience, of course, through the various channels, because we now start understanding where those target audience is based, which, for example, online channels are they based at as well,
Yes.
right? So marketing initially creates that awareness, the initial awareness is created and drives the leads to the business. And then of course, then sales takes over, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, next. Okay.
So, yep. So marketing creates campaigns that spell out what the product is about, what the pricing is, what segment of the public it's meant for. It spells out a lot of things. So the marketing will even spell out what, the language, the coloring, the everything. We are so specific because we supposed in that buyer persona, we know the age, the everything about the persona of that. So if it's a dress, it's meant for this woman who's 35 to 55. It is, sorry, mute yourself. So it's meant for that woman who's 35 to 45 or even 55, and they are in this income bracket, they are a professional, to that level of detail. Even further, they could be even a doctor, or they could be a lawyer. That's how detailed we are in that, in what we know about the customer for this product. So you ask why? Because when you design a product, you want to know that that product is going to be purchased. You don't want to design a product and hope and pray that it will be purchased. You're making sure your product has a market. For sure has a market. All right.
And one of the things, of course, like marketing does is like it helps to create that emotion.
Yeah.
What emotion is it evoking? What story is it telling?
Yes.
Right? How are we captivating the biases and preferences of a customer? So once you connect with the customer's preferences and biases already, people have that in mind. So for example, for Benz is a sleek, being driven, marketing can show experience through that visually, so that Benz is literally sleek. But BMW, what marketing is telling you is that you have arrived.
Yeah.
So that just from the messaging and images and copy beating the captions and so on, you then are able to already evoke something in a person's mind. Right?
Yeah.
So what Wairima was saying earlier on, promoting a product, as you can see, the 7 P's of marketing in here. Promotion is one aspect of the marketing. So we've got promotion, price, place, process, and so on. So there's several different aspects. Of course, we're not going to go through everything. But the idea here is that marketing does a lot of the research that relies on the data that we get from the market research to help understand our competitors. What are the pricing models? Where are the right places or channels? Places could be channels. And channel, what I mean by that is social media. I mean, there's a particular social media that a young person will be on versus an older person would be on, or a professional will be on, which is Instagram, versus somebody who's unprofessional, or not really unprofessional, but they're there for social reasons rather than for professional reasons, right? So you've got these channels, and then is this product for the right person as well? So is it the product fit for the right person? So all are some of the things that marketing puts in a lot of effort into, right? Including, of course, the evidence like we mentioned. Right.
So we've got the examples of selling and examples of marketing, and I think this all should be familiar to you. Business to business sales. This is businesses selling to businesses, door to door. You're familiar with door to door. People who come door to door selling things to you. An example is those guys who come to your door to help sharpen your knives, or come selling things to you at your door. Cold calling is those people who pick up the phone and call you, trying to sell you something, or even those who email you services directly and they don't know you. That's a cold outreach to you. Personal selling, those people who buy products and come to you that know you, and some of them know you, and they're trying to sell you vitamins, makeup, the Tupperware, all those personal, lifestyle things or products that they're out there. Those are, those are personal sales. Referral sales are, people selling things through other sources. They have been given products by companies or people to sell through referral, and they get a commission. Partner sales are this, as they say, partner sales. Marketing is, you familiar with this? Newsletter, search engine, meetings, people at trade shows, and some of this are traditional. So we've not gone away completely from traditional marketing. That's still there. You're seeing ads and in newspaper, magazines. We're still doing those. And I don't think those are going to go away. And they'll only go away if newspapers go away, magazines go away, or trade shows go away, or conferences, physically attending conferences go away. Those are still going to happen. Digital marketing is going to stay as long as we have things like this happening, webinars, virtual conferences, search engines. That's never going to go away. Now think about the metaverse coming around, so that's even going to explode even further. Reputation marketing, that is even huge, more huge, if it is such a word, than anything, because if Rima says to me, I prefer this cooking oil to that cooking oil, I'm more likely to trust Rima than somebody else, or even a salesperson telling me. That's why if the salesperson tells me, by the way, your friend bought this oil, then I'm likely to go, oh, okay. I'm likely to trust that's good. If I see reviews of that, then I'm likely to good reviews about that cooking oil, I'm likely to trust that. So reputation marketing is here to stay.
Great. Yes, absolutely it is.
Yep.
Reputation is what really gives you conversions, right? Because people then believe in what you're actually selling, right? Because they believe peers more than they would believe you.
Yes.
So what would sales and marketing use to actually help make that connection? And this is not testimonials, these are actually some customers that are verifiable, okay? Verified. Yeah. So these are some of the examples of sales that we've actually highlighted. We're not gonna highlight all of them. Yeah. We will send this presentation to you, so you can always just have a read at it as well. Yeah. But just picking out a couple of things. E-commerce, a lot of this is selling online. A lot of businesses that have brick and mortar now are also going online to do quite a bit of e-commerce sales. Yeah. You've got inside sales, which is pretty much remotely working and offering products and services through calling people, for example. We've got direct sales. Direct sales is kind of the examples where a lot of network marketing is happening, or like your real estate professionals and so on, where you have to directly deal with a distributor or to eliminate the supply chain. So you're going directly to the end user to sell, right? So like I said, I'm just sort of skimming through these. Maybe you can go to the next one.
Yeah. And the reason we're highlighting them is so that you're able to select, if you're a business owner, you're able to select the right choice of sales distribution channels for yourself. So if you're B2B, you know that B2B sales for you, but what type of B2B? Is it direct sales? Is it e-commerce? Is it B2C? And how are you going to do it? Are you going to do cold calls? So you know all avenues of sales that you can utilize to bring revenue back into your business. Go on, Rima.
Yeah, absolutely. And you pretty much bang on. B2B sales, like I said, business to business. B2C sales is business to customer. Do you want to go directly to the customer? Do you want to go through a distributing network? Then that's not directive. And then earlier on, we mentioned consultative sales, which is very solution oriented. So you're actually confirming what the client needs and you're helping them to consult, because and a lot of that is actually services rather than products. So that's what consultative sales is like. So a lot of what Eunice and I do, apart from the digital marketing that we do, which are very clear, but we do strategy as well. And so that is consultative at some point or in some level, right? Okay, go to the next one. Great. So here, I love this, and this, I know Eunice is going to jump in quite quickly as well. But a lot of times, traditional marketing has been going down further and further because a lot of people are going online, right? But it's not gone away. Your traditional marketing is like your flyers, your print ads, your trade shows, your conferences, your magazines, billboards, and so on. But when you're doing an entirety of a campaign, depending on what level of campaign you're doing, you want to do both the traditional as well as the digital marketing put together, right? And so some of the words that people use when we're doing digital marketing is what is outbound marketing, what is inbound marketing, what is search engine optimization for your website. So you have a website where when people key in a keyword. So like for our businesses, for tea, for example, someone would actually put in a tea distributor in Kenya. And if you don't find your website on the first pages, then it's very difficult to actually have someone ask you or inquire to you. So that's search engine optimization with particular keyword. No one really knows your business until they search for that. Content marketing, of course, is content is king. They say, you want to make sure that your content is educative, connects with your customer, connects with your target audience, whether it's video or images or, wordings and so on. And of course, we all know social media. Everyone would like to jump onto social media. What I will suggest in social media is please know where your target audience is. What channel are they at, right? So again, I'd mentioned earlier, if you have young people that you are, targeting, think like maybe less than 25 years to around about 18 years. Where would they be? What kind of connection will you make with them? Is it on Instagram? Because a lot of them are not on Facebook, perhaps they'll be on TikTok, and so on. So figure out where your connection will be like. And of course, we've got video and affiliate. Affiliate, I know Eunice was saying that it's gone gangbusters in the US.
Yeah, it has. And I think it will go gangbusters everywhere else if the payment processing companies like PayPal and Stripe and all that good stuff open up to the markets, which they are planning to. And anybody can promote and push products from anywhere in the world, meaning you will be marketing products around the world, any product from anywhere in the world. I mean, that makes you an affiliate marketer. Then you can make money. So what affiliate marketing is, and which we can use in our African markets, is if I've got a product and I have a product, and you decide you're going to promote Ardy marketing and you're going to promote my biz marketer and what the products the products or services we have, we will pay you a commission for every customer you bring us, and we say we're giving you 15% for the client you bring us. You bring us 10 clients, you've earned, and the client is bringing us 20K, 30K. Think about the 15% of each client that you bring us, and that's what's happening. So why it's growing gangbusters here is because you could be selling 1,000 products, and you're selling 1,000 products a day. So think about the commission, 5%, 10% commission of 1,000 products a day. So we're seeing people deciding not to work for anybody just to do this, and they're making tons of money. So affiliate marketing is something we've not exploited as part of our ways of growth as businesses in Africa yet, because we have not figured out that business model as that channel, marketing sales channel at all, and what we should. But think about it, people, and it's done in a way is as a sales process, giving salespeople commission, but not as a marketing process yet.
Absolutely. And I think there is a little bit of, maybe you want to remove this aspect here, Eunice.
Oh, how did that happen?
I don't know. But yes, I mean, important to actually note, of course, is that there is still affiliate marketing happening here. Maybe not as large as in the US, but it's still happening, maybe in a smaller scale.
In a small scale. Yeah.
So
go ahead, Nima.
So I was getting excited about aligning sales and marketing, right?
Yes.
One of them in the slide that, we went crazy was actually just explaining that a single customer journey is important for both sales and marketing. Okay?
Exactly.
One customer journey. The customer journey, remember, has different touch points, and the touch points will include marketing, will include your social media, will include your WhatsApp, and then it ultimately will include your salesperson as well as after sales as well. Like, so who's service, for example, right?
Yeah.
So that interaction is really important, right? To understand what is your, where does marketing come first? How do we have joint KPIs? So joint key performance indicators between sales and marketing, so that you're saying the same language, you're speaking the same language, you're speaking the same goal at the end of the day, right? And that is now how sales and marketing will interact. So interaction will then really clarify this. One of the examples in aligning sales and marketing we were talking about was that, so for example, marketing does all this labeling, and they've done a bit of research and they've figured out, okay, so this is where a client really likes this particular color. Do you remember the time when what was the I think it was a margarine that came out, and then there was a different color to it and they couldn't align to it on the market? What was that again? Just remind me.
There was a margarine, and then there was some other product, and they had the same color. And so people were there was a talk in regards to, you might speak this product thinking it's margarine, but it's not, because they have this, it's that product we put on our bread and this product that we don't put on our bread. Folks, you I know you know what it is. Put it in the chat. We don't want to say it out loud.
Yes, please. Yeah, so please do put it in the chat. So imagine, like, for example, your salesperson goes onto the shelves, right, and then starts understanding the buyer a little bit better. So this is now, for example, getting the customer feedback. So the customer feedback comes back and says that, oh, you know what, I don't like this because the color doesn't look right for me, or the labeling doesn't look right for me, or, like the price point is not correct for me because, what are you giving more, like even if it's a flour, so why would I buy your flour and not a competitor's flour, so on and so forth, right? So that information is then sort of absorbed by the salesperson, and then it is given back to the marketing team. So the marketing team then can see how can we improve this? Do we need to improve like the messaging? Do we need to improve presentation? Do we need to, what is it that we need to improve? Color and so on, right? So the customer feedback. So remember the touch point that we have again with the customer is the salesperson.
Yes.
Right? So marketing relies on the salesperson for that information.
Yes.
Whereas the marketing, so sales relies on marketing for who are we targeting, how do I talk to them, how do I present to them, and so on, right? Yep. So that's the kind of like synergy that we want to see aligning the sales and marketing, right? Yep. So of course, we want to see creating that asset to come closer to the sale. At the end of the day, I mean, like sales and marketing are one organization, and the organization growth. The organization growth really means retaining your customers, so listening to what they're saying, making changes as you go along, and getting new customers. So there's two aspects of sales and marketing and how you're going to grow the business.
So they're creating a feedback loop, right? So honestly, marketing lives off of data, and that feedback loop says, we're noticing customers saying that color does not work. Our customers are walking right by it because they don't recognize that product anymore. They thought it's something else, right? It's not what they don't even notice the improvement. They did not even care for it. That's the feedback we're getting. So marketing then goes, oh, wait, our marketing message has to say new and improved And here's why it's new and improved. So now we have got a TV ad saying, oh, it's nice and bright. It washes brighter. Then now it's got this sunshine, whiteness and whatnot. So it's saying, the message talking about the new and improved, that's the word. And then the imagery showing the brightness and the clean, so that the customer now begins to say, oh, it's new and improved. But still, remember, it's still not registering here. When they go to the supermarket, they don't remember new and improved. The salesperson has to be there to remind them it's new and improved, and then have a conversation, right? And then the customers begin to talk. Well, we are washing our clothes outside. Oh, now you new and improved. Have you noticed? Bado. So you see that it still has to be experienced. And once people start to experience it, yes, I've noticed, then word starts to get, there goes the reputation, starts talking. The reputation gets around. Then people start to feel it and notice it. Then that's when now word gets around. Salesperson starts to report back to marketing. People have noticed the new and improved, and it goes on. So here, that's why sales and marketing have to align, but they're not one and the same thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
So here are the KPIs we were talking about, and the bolded ones are the ones that are the key ones for the most part. And we say cost of acquisition for the customer. The more expensive it is to acquire a customer, the more it goes to the bottom line of your revenues. So you always want to drive those down. The product selling itself is always the ideal, but it doesn't always work that way. Cost of promotion and marketing, cost of putting the salespeople out there talking, eats away at the cost of the product, right? So you want to make sure that we drive that down as much as possible. So the sweet spot is when you're reducing all those costs, cost of acquisition, and all those marketing costs and sales costs. And you're at your sweet spot when you've reached that ideal cost of acquisition where it stays stagnant and you're reaching your profit margin that you are aspired to. But you want to make sure you track those KPIs as keenly as possible. And most of us, I know a lot of businesses don't track them as they should, but they should track them. Yeah,
absolutely. I like that. And shared KPIs are important,
Yep.
I mean, in the next few slides, we're showing you again, like what do sales KPIs look like? What are the key performance indicators that sales look at, right? We're mentioning these KPIs on how to track the progress of the salesperson, right? What are the salesperson doing? How's the sales team doing? What is the product data? What is the business data? And because that generally helps now the business move forward, right? So for example, I'll take an example of a customer churn rate. So customer churn rate pretty much means that every time you get a customer, how many customers are you losing, right? How many customers are you losing? So if you're getting one customer in as a new customer, well, you're losing one customer at the same time, then business growth is not there. You mean that you're still staying with that one customer. So the customer churn rate is as an important aspect of KPI that you want for your business, right? And this works for all sorts of businesses, whether it's software as a service, whether it's a brick and mortar shop. But in most businesses, this will actually help, right? So let me look at the marketing KPIs as well, right? So here I love it because, I mean, there's so many different aspects in here. There's MQL, SQL that we look at. Businesses look a lot into return on investments, right? So if you're investing, so what I love about this, and I know Eunice is going to jump in just now, we're going to take another 5 minutes of your time and that's it, because we're right to the end of the presentation. But return on investment literally means if I have 50,000 shillings, should I put it on a billboard, one billboard, which of course it would be a tiny billboard. It probably won't be a very big billboard. One billboard is actually about 100,000 shillings minimum. So okay, let's just say 100,000 shillings. So 100,000 shillings in terms of a billboard versus 100,000 shillings on a very targeted social media ad. The return on investment, so long as you get the copyright and the imaging right and the target audience right, you'll start seeing the brand awareness that you create initially on social media will be much more likable for your ROI than the one billboard that you've put in one place, right? You get more clicks and likes from your digital one for the same price amount. So then that also helps with like the return on investment KPI that you have, right? Marketing qualified leads and self-qualified. So we hear for MQL, SQL, reasons being we're trying to align sales and marketing, right? So we want to try to explain a little bit about this MQL, SQL, because I think that was a really important aspect of the KPI. So marketing qualified lead means that marketing has looked at all the prospects and leads that they have created. And from there, is there anything that is an actual target that is hot enough for the salesperson now to talk to, set up the, get over the objections and pull through that to make that transactional sale. So that's what that means, right? So yeah, so it's important to actually understand the sales qualified lead and the marketing qualified lead. So marketing qualified lead then comes into a sales qualified lead so that the sales team can then talk to them about it.
Yep.
Do you want to add anything to that, Eunice?
Absolutely. The one key point about being online is that you open up yourself to a wide range of market. You're beyond your locale, and your customers are out there, and you're able to reach those customers. So you cannot not to do this. You got to do this. Look at the state of the economy right now. So you can't say no to a customer that is in Machakos if you're in Kiambu and they're willing to buy, because some customers now are saying, put it on a border, let them deliver it to me. So if a customer there's a willing buyer, let them buy. So let's get online, find your customers. And now there are customers going beyond Kenya. And let's say yes to those customers as well, and just figure it out how to get our products to them. Let's be ready to engage those customers, because if your business can satisfy a customer that is beyond our locales, that means our businesses can grow beyond our locale. Let's do it. All right. So
yeah, that's it. Really towards the end, but we want to take your questions and comments.
Yep.
Like automatically, right?
Amir, you wanted to say something? Right, so yeah, you can unmute yourself and you can ask your questions.
Yep.
We're here to answer those questions. Is there anything, I mean, did you understand that alignment between sales and marketing?
Yep.
Did it help to actually get that alignment done? Right, I don't know whether people on my team have any of those links. You can put the links in here as well right now for how you can reach us, how you can get your free 30-minute consultation with Eunice and with me. We will be able to also send this on email to you as well. But we'd love to hear, did you get that? How can sales and marketing work together? Yeah, great, Terry. Please do put those links here on the chat. Right, so, oh yeah, so while that's happening also, we just wanted to give you an update on our July webinar. On the 21st of July, we've talked a lot about target audience. So now on that webinar, we're going to do like a little bit of a workshop, if you will, creating your buyer persona. So how do you create that target customer that we're talking about all the time? So again, it's going to be from 3 to 4 on the 21st of July. Again, we'll be able to send you that as a link as well. Yeah, I don't know whether I can be able to get a link for that from the chat. 1 second. Yep. Also, Eunice, just, yeah, there you go.
Yep.
So if you don't have, I mean, please ask us questions, please give us comments. And while you're doing that, also kindly scan this code or click on the the reviews, because we would love to hear from you. How do you like these webinars? And what else do you like to hear from us? Because we are here committed to educate and bring you that information.
Absolutely.
And we've been doing this for a couple of years now, and we've been getting great feedback around it. Any of our webinars that we've done so far, we've put it freely on our YouTube channel as well. So if you've missed out anything previously, please feel free to go to our YouTube channels and watch those videos again over there. And again, you have any question, always reach out to us and say, listen, I'd love to have a quick conversation with you. And it doesn't like, we're here to listen. We'd like to, get to know more about you. We want to know your challenges, what are your needs are. And that's what's going to help us to help you.
Yeah. Absolutely. We're here for it. And that's why we do this for free. It's all about making a difference in other businesses, helping them thrive, helping you thrive. You learn something, use it and pay it forward, and come back and join us in other webinars. But for the most part, if you have any question, if anything wasn't clear, just ask. There's nothing. Actually, one thing I would like to say is there's no stupid question, because somebody in here is probably sitting thinking, I'd like to ask that, but I'm afraid. Please don't be, go ahead and ask it. We are happy to answer it and clarify. Happy to answer it.
Yeah, do spare a minute and give us feedback as well.
Yep.
We'd love to hear from that. Yeah.
All types of questions. Yes, Terry, we are open to all types of questions, not just even sales and marketing, any types of questions.
Absolutely. So yeah, Amir, Edgar, Kevin, Plexus Agency, Stella, Wairimo, please, thank you so much, first of all, for being here. And what are your questions?
Don't be shy, please. This is a place to be shy.
Or whatever we said, Eunice, today was so clear that
I know.
Who's put their hand up? Let's see. Oh yeah, Amir. Yeah, please. Please unmute yourself.
My question is, right, when you're starting a business, which, sorry, I'm audible.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, that every business people or marketer states, what comes first, the sales or marketing?
The market research.
No, after market research, right? So
Yeah.
what you do, you start getting the sales, because it depends upon what type of business you're in. Obviously, in your online, your marketing comes first, your social media comes first. But as Varimu said, she wants to put tea, or somebody wants to start her own business of MSME. So you think the market risk, after market research, what happens?
Marketing.
The marketing or the sales?
Marketing.
Okay, market, thanks.
You know why marketing comes first? You have to get your word out there that we have a product. We're going to talk about Wairima's tea. So Wairima's coming up with this tea, and we're going to hypothetically say she's managed to come up with this fantastic tea that nobody knows. It's not white, it's not purple, it's not black, it's a fancy tea, right? She's got to tell people about it. She's got to educate people about this tea. She's going to demonstrate, she's going to go on social media, talk about this tea. People then will start asking her about this tea and where can I get it? Then she mobilizes a sales team to go sell that tea. So you have to start marketing it first, get people aware, get people knowledgeable about the tea, let people get more anxious to know more and want to understand it, then send out the sales team out.
I'm just going to add to that.
Sorry, Riva, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just going to add to that, Amir, is that marketing not just helps with digital messaging, the messaging that's created and the target audience that is clarified, is the messaging can also be physical. So for example, your target audience prefers flyers, so that they can be able to see it, then that's what's created by the marketing team. Now that is now material that's given to the salespeople to then go ahead and connect with this with the target audience and then convert them.
Yeah.
Okay. You said that when you're doing the marketing, your sales team should also be ready to take the impact up during marketing, right? Pre or post or during, right?
Yeah.
But some of the businesses, when they start, they're in a very tight cash flow position, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, with the COVID, obviously, even the big industries have started tweaking here and there. So, and sometimes, especially when individual starts doing businesses, right? So normally they don't have the budget for marketing, but they have a budget for sales team.
Yeah.
Because they can see it's maybe what is a cost benefit analysis, so you can decide, okay, I'm employing X number of staff, this staff has to go to this segment, this market, this demographics, blah 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 blah. It's measurable, right? So where you find where people are not able to have enough cash flow or cash liquidity or resources, what would you advise? I'm sorry, just to add, anybody can say, I'm sure, because we all have a lot of people are there who are facing similar challenges, perhaps, or they would have faced it. So I would say, let's make it open. So maybe we can get a diverse suggestions. Thanks.
So my question would be to them is, what tools and resources have you given the sales team to go out there to meet customers with? What are customers that they're going to, and what segment of customers have they sent these salespeople to, right? And when they go to these customers, what are the customers aware of about the products that these salespeople are selling? So if I came to you and tried to sell things to you about something you know nothing of, as a salesperson, what data and information am I equipped with to sell to you? And what information do I know about you as a customer, a collective, not as an individual, collective as a customer segment, do I know to be able to convince you and be able to withstand the objections that you might have if I don't understand that customer segment? So if I'm not equipped, I'm going to fail as a salesperson. And really that sales team is probably going to, there are some salespeople who are going to be lucky because some of them have sales in their bones. The people who have, meant to be salespeople right off the bat and could probably convince some people to buy, but that's luck. But you cannot depend on luck. You have to have those processes and systems in place, and you have to have given them resources to succeed. And then they have to also be able to collect data to bring it back to the corporation, so that then they can build that data to then be able to repeat that process over and over again. This is why we can't repeat month over month the successes of the previous month, because we don't know what that successful salesperson did. We don't. So it's chance. So Karanja went out and Davis went out. Karanja made 10 sales, Davis made 2. What did Karanja do? We don't know. Yeah, we don't know. He went to Kiambu. Davis went to Machakos. So now we're going to send all the salespeople to Kiambu. We're thinking it's Kiambu that needs it, but that's wrong. It's probably Machakos, but we send the wrong salesperson.
That's true. Thanks.
Yeah.
Great. Thanks, Amir. That was a really lovely question.
That was a fantastic question, Amir. Fantastic.
Great. So we've run out of time now. We really want to thank you so much, but please do spare a minute and give us feedback. We'd love to hear from you. We're concluding today's webinar, and hopefully we will see you on the next webinar on the 21st of July. So have a good afternoon, everybody, and take care. And hopefully we'll see you on the other end of our 30 minutes free consultation as well.
Thank you. Rima and I are sipping tea. Hint, hint. Thank you,
Luckily,
everybody.
luckily you're not Eunice. Luckily you're not in Pakistan. You know that the Pakistan going Sri Lanka way. They said you can't have a tea. You should cut down your tea by half now. And Kenya is being affected, if you know.
By
dear.
the way, Pakistan buys most of Kenya's tea.
No, they've cut down the consumption. It's in today's newspaper actually. So our tea exports. Yeah, it's a fact. It's a fact. I'm on the global economic radar. So I'm sure you can just search, especially Vaidimu Sikya. You can just have a look. And if you want to know about me, just search my name, connect me on LinkedIn. That's it.
Yes, we're
As simple as that.
connecting. Amir, we're going to connect. Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Especially
That's my
with
name. So just
like, definitely.
yeah. Okay. Thanks, guys.
Okay,
So
thank
as long as you can enjoy your tea. Eunice, asante sana.
For sure. Thank you. Thanks very much. Stella, yeah, for sure. You know, we will send you the full webinar video as well. 100%.
Thank you, everybody. We appreciate you and success for 2022. Hang in there.
Hang in there, guys. It'll
Yeah,
all be
hang
good.
in there. Mhm.
Okay. Bye, everyone.